Believing the miracle of life. Life's a play with no rehearsal. Yo. Games can play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey, 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 hey. Hey, barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, we go live every night, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come to the barbershop, man. We got a great show tonight. Polygamy, man. Polygamy. We got a polygamist in the building tonight. Man, bring your curiosity, man. Bring your curiosity, man. It's going, and it's a woman, not a man. You know what I mean? She's in charge. And don't forget to join the Patreon. I appreciate you guys in advance, man. Let's jump into this. Franchon Crews was just reinstated as the WBC champion. All right. I want to put this in perspective for y'all. The Ahmaud Arbery case, right? The Ahmaud Arbery case took 74 days to arrest somebody, right? George Floyd case took 3 days to arrest somebody. The WBC took 163 days to give her back her belt. They deliberated more than a DA deliberates on a murder to give her back her belt. You know what I mean? I want to speak to a bigger point, to a higher point, man. I don't know when humans got to learn to accept that titles and real life titles like CEO, like WBC champion, don't make you. You make the belt. You make the job. And I learned that when I got laid off. You know what I mean? I learned to bet on myself. You know, this has nothing to do with Franchon Crews' talent. I'm just talking about she could have had them literally bending over her, man. She could have opened up a case on them, on both her promotional company and the WBC for sanctioning the fight. I believe she had enough evidence, but she didn't lean on herself and the people to help her carry it through. You know what I mean? Like, I remember when something happened or something like that. Champ side was leading the way, and she did something, said something, but what do I know? I'm drawing a blank on it, but I remember I spoke out about that. But at the end of the day, black fighters, I'm gonna teach you guys something really, really quick. Y'all the reason why people show up. And Franchon Crews, congratulations on the belt, but the belt has no value. You know how Donald Trump is an empty suit? You're an empty belt holder. No one's going to see you as a champion because of the lack of integrity that it has. Well, at least real fight fans. I don't care if they're black, Mexican, or anything. That has nothing to do with that. But the fact that they allowed you to go into the ring with the man, and any woman who takes testosterone is a man. Okay, you guys got to understand that shit. She's giving up her right to produce estrogen that makes her a man. Okay, if she wanted to be a woman, she would fight with 100% estrogen. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they allowed her to conform to a man, and they bent the rules on her behalf. And these are just the truth. These are the facts. The same way they said, Fred, if you apologize, we'll give you back your credential. Apologize for what? I stood up for what was right. You know, and Franchon Crews, it's going to be hard for you to make money in this game now. I'm going to tell you why. And this is nothing that's never going to be said. It has nothing to do with your talents in the ring. It's how you handled this. And I want this to be a lesson learned to all the fighters. All right. All the fighters. Please listen to me. When you got a chance to defeat the system, you better do it. Imagine if George Floyd's family said, no protesting, no nothing. Don't Ahmaud Arbery said, no, everybody go home. Everybody go home. Everybody go home. Let's listen. Let's trust Donald Trump. That's basically what Franchon Crews said. She wouldn't do interviews. I tried to interview her in Philadelphia. I was going to help her build her case. Nah, I'm not doing interviews now. She didn't do no interviews for the J-Rock fight. You know, you understand what I'm saying? And the WBC president is similar to Donald Trump. Franchon Crews, they gave Lomachenko a franchise belt without a title defense. They gave Canelo the franchise belt, and he tested positive for steroids. You fight a man, they take your belt away. I'm telling you, dog. This is there's racism in boxing, Franchon Crews, and I'm using her name, but I'm speaking to everybody. Franchon Crews, you could be the most talented woman in the world. Because you lost to Carissa Shields, you're probably the second. You're probably the second most talented person in the world. You understand what I'm saying? Let me finish this video, man. And so you're probably the most. No. Let me talk in this real quick. I'll let you talk in a second. So let me finish this video, man. This is the problem when your office is next to the toy room. You understand what I'm saying? The toy room is literally next door, and that's actually a blessing. You know what I mean? When I was younger, I thought the goal was a Bentley in a big house, but the goal was actually to work from home and have your kid's toy room literally 2 feet away from you. You know what I mean? And but as I digress back into y'all can't see him, but my son is funny. So at the end of the day, man, I just want you, Franchon Crews, to understand you had a chance to bend them. You had a chance to break them. You had a chance to break Golden Boy. You had a chance to break the Texas Commission. I believe it was in San Antonio or something. And you had a chance to break the WBC. And all you had to do was keep on beating the drum. We were behind you. Beat the drum, beat the drum, beat the drum. But you linked on them. Want to be approved. Want to be approved. You understand what I'm saying? And that's kind of like a metaphor. You understand what I'm saying? When I was watching the fight, and you was trying to put your hairpiece back on, who gives a fuck? Who gives a like you even came out with a clothing line because you got, who gives a fuck about you? Well, you're a beautiful woman, period. You know what I mean? Period. You know what I mean? Your husband loves the shit out of you. Y'all don't go nowhere without each other. And it has nothing to do, it has everything to do with integrity. No one cared about your wig. We cared about you winning that belt. That's what we wanted you to beat her. And we knew something was fishy when she opened up her mouth fight week. I didn't need to see her at the weigh-in. I just like, whoa. You know what I mean? They set you up to fail. Same way Golden Boy did Saddam Ali against Munguia. I have inside information, but I mean, it's neither here nor there. But I'll just say this. You had a chance. It took it took it took them 3 days to charge Derek Chauvin with 3rd-degree murder, right? To arrest him, 3rd-degree murder. It took the Georgia DA 74 days. And it took the WBC 163 days to give you back your belt. So that fight was more criminal. Your fight with Alejandro Jimenez was more devious than murder. They showed you how much they respect you by taking their time. You know what I mean? And, they're like, well, I mean, might as well give her back her belt. We didn't get the Cinco de Mayo fight we wanted on the undercard of Canelo. That's what they wanted. They wanted Jimenez to fight on the undercard of Canelo for Cinco de Mayo, and it didn't work out in their favor. Don't worry about what I know, Franchon. All right. So, anyways, man. So they just handed you back the belt. You're an empty belt champion. You know what I mean? You should have linked on the back of your people. And this is what we got to understand. Your people is in media. Your people is your fan base. I mean, I'm pretty sure you have thousands. I don't know what your sub count is, but I know you're pretty popular. You dabble in fashion and all that, and you're talented beyond boxing. But when you were supposed to bet on yourself and lean on your people like we're doing now with George Floyd, and guess what? The truth ultimately transcends the color of our skin. It does. Now I don't ever have to cover a fight ever again. You know why? Because now I could just beam them in. I don't ever. It's a choice for me to go to a fight now. I can beam in any fighter I want to in the world now, with the exception of Terrence Crawford, probably. Outside of that, I can get a hold of anybody. You know what I mean? And it all started because they said, Fred, I said, fuck your credentials. I'm going to just bet on myself. And that's exactly what I did. And this is the mindset we got to have. That's a metaphor for the real life we live in. You know what I mean? Until our fighters, us as fighters, begin to understand what they represent and your value to the sport, you know what I mean? You're not going to get what you desire. You know what I mean? You bent your knees a little bit, Franchon. You know what I mean? They broke you a little bit. And now you got to succumb to, well, they're probably going to make you fight the woman again. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? One, you shouldn't have signed with Golden Boy because, you know, about Earl Spence told you they don't know how to promote black fighters. We told you with the Al Heyman emails. You know what I mean? But what do I know, man? I'm just sometimes I think I'm too rogue. You know what I mean? But then somebody gonna say, "Oh, what about the business? What about the check?" Listen. It's a beautiful thing when you're earning money, knowing you own the money. All right. Now she got to wait for Golden Boy in the WBC. She could have bought out her contract and did X, Y, Z, and you know what I mean. It's just, anyways, man. I hope we learn and grow from this in this totality, whether it's Franchon Crews or Carissa Shields or whatever the case may be. Don't let these belts and these titles define you. I don't care if you're in the CEO in the corner office and Lower Manhattan, and you're the CEO of Xerox or Showtime or HBO or DAZN. If you get hired, guarantee you're gonna get fired. And getting fired can be retirement too. Don't forget. You know what I mean? So, anyways, man, barbershop conversations. I mean, not Carissa Shield, Franchon Crews. You're the step champ. You're not the real champ. They don't value you. You know what I mean? It's just what I believe and what I know. I know, man, listen, I done been here too many times. Barbershop conversations, man. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. And don't forget, it took the state of Minnesota 3 days to get Derek in. It took the state of Georgia 74 days. It took the Republic of the WBC 163 days, Franchon Crews, to give you your belt back. Now you tell me what's wrong. Barbershop conversations. I'm gone. Peace.